back, you know. And when you look into the facts, you gotta look at both sides, and you know,
Yeah, but don't you think Saul is the type of person that argues for the sake of arguing and not actually doesn't stick to facts? Like he can go off on a tangent and he can vent himself with his nonsense.
He interrupts every 2 seconds as well, so I don't know, man. Probably idiot kicks in.
Who's that other guy? The one that does
Oh my god,
Samoa. No, he does drive-bys. He comes. Is that Saul? So he comes up, says what he has to say, and then goes back down again.
Oh my god.
There's another guy that used to do that recently.
Samoa? Because he's really
Samoa is not love.
It's the old guy. The Snoopy dog or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yes,
the dog guy?
Oh, Dogman? Yeah.
Yeah, that's scumbag. Yeah,
Oh, wait, hold on.
Says what he has to say, and then goes back down.
So, General, what did you and Apple always talk about?
I actually was only there for 5 minutes, and to be fair, other people started coming in and started talking nonsense. So I was like, don't you ever feel for the Palestinians?
Yeah.
I was like trying to explain to him, as in, remember the Jewish people have gone through exactly what the Palestinians have been put through.
Yeah.
And he suppose I understand. I'm like, okay, why do you then, and then we went, I don't like when you call the IDF this, murderers and rapists, and I was like, are they not rapists and murderers? He goes, no. I said, okay, what are they doing in Gaza? And he goes, General, listen to me. You don't know anything. And he goes on that tangent like,
Did he call you stupid Muslim brain?
No, and then I said, we actually touched on this.
Yeah.
I said, next time in Amir's room, you go on the lines of calling us stupid Arabs, stupid Muslims. We're going to hit back exactly by calling you stupid Jew, and along those lines, stupid Israeli. Would you like that? And he didn't respond to that, and then obviously other people started coming in. So,
oh my god. I can't believe you lasted that long. But I have to be there when he's singing to himself, because I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to be the first person to go in, and you hear him singing.
Oh my god, singing to himself. Oh god. Wait, Tan left? Oh my god. So Tan was in another room a while ago and he was crying, like actually crying, saying, oh my god, I saw this man and his child in Gaza, and it was so sad. I'm confused. Like I don't understand him. Is he bipolar? Because he just acts so different depending upon where he is. And here he's acting all pro, like it's really one day. In another room he's crying. Like his man's like bipolar.
Pan reminds me of that character, that Iranian character, that when I asked him, oh, what is your position? And he goes, my position is 69 on your mom.
On your mother's face. Yo, that night was so epic.
I was like, Uncle, what on earth are you doing? I'm asking your position on politics.
No, but he said so many other crazy things. I wish someone recorded it. Mozzie was in there. Adam Talker was there. Oh my god. Oh, Nargis was there that night. Oh my god. It was so funny. He never came.
Iranians are something else.
Truly something else.
Hassan, you have had Tan speak in that coffee room as well, have you? Does it make sense to you when
No, I believe he's got some mental issues with it. But definitely, I feel sorry for him. I don't really sort of intervene when he speaks, you see. Because one thing is very strange to me. He seems to be self-promoting at all times. One of the tools that he uses for self-promotion is to first he tries to latch on to the like a majority opinion or the majority so he latches on to that and then he starts self-promoting his own angle essentially. He sounds so confused. I feel a little bit pity for him as well at the same time. So.
meet up Amir and beat him up. Amir, has he texted you yet or called you? He wants to meet up Amir
He
in
issued a formal
Compton.
apology, I think.
Oh, he apologized.
So, yeah,
Wow.
it's being shut down.
Damn.
Maybe he did in the church.
The chat. Looks like Trump ducked and avoided an assassination attempt.
I don't think it was a victim.
I know it
Something
wasn't.
like it was miles away, literally in the front row. What's happening? Calling it assassination.
I
I would
know.
believe it if it was in the same room.
I
If it was in
know.
the corridor at the entrance somewhere,
I
oh,
know.
assassination.
It wasn't an assassination attempt. It was a false flight bullshit. It's
Yeah,
just
something along those lines.
hilarious.
It doesn't clearly add up because, you know, if it was an
I visit
assassination
schools
attempt,
in Illinois and the
he
principals
would have
call
got
me
in the
Silent City.
room or done something very close to him. This guy is miles away at the entrance and fires the shot. What kind of assassination attempt is the bullet going to duck and cover and get into the room itself?
This brave man who stood in front of Trump let him take a bullet. I'm like, what bullet? Like, where was it?
Yeah, he ducked.
You show
He ducked
us.
and got saved.
He was staying at a
You
hotel,
show
right?
us.
Yeah, apparently. But the funniest
You
was, what's that
show
guy's name?
us.
Dana White? The UFC guy? There's a
Yeah.
video of him. Everyone's like, I don't know, first they're like, look at Cash Patel. He's a hero. And Cash Patel, everybody down. Get down. Okay, a hero, my ass. And then Dana White's like, I was just, sitting there watching everything. I didn't duck. Just take a picture of it at the chair. Looking around with a smile. It was
Dana White is a pussy.
I know, but it was funny. No. He wasn't doing it like, I'm so brave. He was doing it like, I know this is a fucking, fake ass thing. He's not
Yeah,
so
no.
brave.
Yeah, no, that was interesting that he said it the way he said it, right? As if he knew that this shit was some bullshit.
He was smiling, guys. He was smiling.
Nah, for real. Like, and my thing is, if something like that was real, right? If somebody was going to pop somebody, you would think that you would take it more serious because bullets have no names on them, right?
Exactly.
So,
God.
it's just.
No. Erica, what's her name? Fuck, was it Erica? What's her name again?
Huh?
That loser, Charlie Kirk's wife.
Yeah.
Erica Kirk. Did you guys? Yeah, Crook
She
ass.
reminds
Did
me
you guys see her cry? Of who?
Medusa.
Oh yeah, she is.
That witch or whatever.
Yes, with the curly, yes, the
Yeah.
Medusa head. Did you guys see her leaving? So she caught the camera. I was like, "Get me out of here! I want to go
When she was
home."
there?
Yes.
Oh,
Did you see her with Secret Service? She's
Maybe the
leaving
bullet
and
was for her.
she was visibly crying. She was pretending to cry. The minute she saw the camera, she goes, "I just want to go home. Someone take me home." I was just
Wait,
like a
really?
lost child. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. It's hilarious. I'm like, look at this bitch. There's there's a picture of
You see the security moving
Pete Hegseth. I guess
within
it's a picture of
seconds,
him like
grabbing
in a
the
different
vice
room.
president,
Well,
This man is
lifting
smiling.
him up,
He's smiling.
bringing him out.
But you
Then
know,
the counter
hey,
assault
but
comes
listen
in.
though, like,
Took
whenever you
10
try to tell
seconds
these
for them to
people that
find
this
him,
shit is
Mr.
some
President, and then
scripted,
20 seconds
stage
to get
bullshit,
you
like
out.
they can't even,
looked
they can't even
chaotic
hide it
when
no
he
more
came down.
because it's so weak. There's still some of these right wingers that still believe this goofy ass shit.
No, it fits their agenda. So even if they do believe this seems kind of sus, it fits their agenda. It actually fits whatever their belief is. It kind of supports it. Oh look, oh yeah, and then the best part was Trump. The show must go on. Then he goes
Yeah,
to
he
give
comes
a
out like
speech
a hero.
after. He's like, "See guys, I told you we need to have the ballroom. We need the ballroom."
This might have been
Yeah, that's a joke.
this might have been a campaign to get the ballroom.
For the ballroom.
Yeah, for the ballroom.
Because I believe there was a stop to his
Yeah,
construction. Yeah, exactly. And he's like, "See, look at this place.
Yeah.
It's not
we need
secure.
the ballroom.
It's not this. We need the ballroom."
Build that $300 million ballroom.
God, yes, ballroom. I'm like, what the fuck? Then he brought up to my left.
So,
There isn't
so like tenant that would
there
one time.
there is an easy answer for what Republicans could do to not lose, and that they could like pass some strong anti-corruption regulation, which polls at like 98% of Americans. They could release the entire Epstein files. They could aggressively go after all the pedophiles that are contained within. They could not offer a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell and all go in hardcore on prosecuting them. They could stop trying to go after false accusations through the courts. They could probably provide some form of universal health care and more subsidies for Americans to get health insurance, lower taxes on the low income and increase taxes on the rich. That polls at like 89%. So if you kind of like do all the things to help you out, that would probably be it.
This morning, saw one of my
Kamala Harris for every open house seat.
I just found that I am related to.
Government over $30 billion. Yeah.
What's the price of the
Yeah.
DVD?
Yeah, but how much did he save?
Nothing.
Did someone release a providing DVDs, right?
This is the whole thing is to bring you Mamdani.
Yeah,
Not only as mayor,
but Trump stole over $30 billion for himself.
but as senator and eventually swearing in on a stack of Bibles.
his bottles held.
Mamdani swore in on a stack of rocks. So we started out as DVD.
I wonder how cappuccino feels I'd be pissed.
The favorite chapter really in my DVD, How to Live in an Islamic Country, is preparing for your first date with a 6-year-old. That's important.
Benjamin, I know you love this troll. I could feel the joy emanating from your microphone every time you get to mention this book. I understand. But can you answer my, you don't feel like answering my question?
What was
Three
my question?
things. Three things American people can do to ensure that the House and the Senate stay in Republican control.
The people could do? No. Trump has messed up way too much. It kind of crashed the economy.
I think you're fucking retarded.
I think the question actually is
concretely all they have to do.
It's a very like logical, like talking through, like I really.
I think the question's a lot simpler than that. Those who nationalize their campaigns and tie them to Trump, even in Trump-winning districts, will probably do worse. Those reps that regionalize their campaign on their district will probably, on the whole, do better. Because it's not about Trump, it's about your district.
When you talk about how Benjamin's actually retarded,
it's almost like the entire Trump administration has made the whole country worse, reduced our stable growth, made the average American's life worse, increased their financial standing, and has been one of the biggest failures of presidencies ever. And for some reason, we can't all get behind just impeaching the bastard and moving on. That is the million-dollar question to me.
I got a question.
I love this presidency for Breyer, but I really love it for Benjamin, but I really love it for Breyer.
I got a question for the mods. Is the topic still the same, or you guys moving on?
Yeah,
if you want to bring it back.
yeah, let's bring it back. We've been on this partisan politics bullshit for a minute.
Yeah, I can comment on the topic. I really enjoyed listening to Breyer, and I do think AI is about to make Rich people richer, and take jobs and all that. But that's the pattern. New tech doesn't replace the top first; it replaces the bottom. You've seen that. So the difference now it's not just one lane. You know, it's admin, it's creative to some degree. Categories people thought were safe. I am looking forward to you know the technology in terms of the medical community. It's already being used in amazing ways, but if you do know how to use it, it can become leverage. You can move faster, you can produce more, and cut costs. But at the same time, access can be an advantage too for small businesses. If you don't have infrastructure, you can have your agentics do the work to a certain degree. So it can't level the playing field, but all of it might not matter in just a bit because even the guy of AI, they know that they don't understand it. That probably is the biggest issue for me, and the lack of regulation. There's no clear framework protecting anything or anybody, and it's moving so fast. It's so difficult to keep up, and even the states are being prevented from regulating it. And what's wild, with what Anthropic came up with, literally putting out the warnings, and it feels like nobody's paying attention because the people closest to it are the ones raising the flags, and it's still full speed ahead. So for me, it's not just about jobs. AI is only as ethical as the people using it, and humans these days haven't exactly proven to be ethical when power is involved. So I don't know. Buckle up.
Yeah, maybe if Barack Hussein Obama had AI, he would have lied to the country for 8 years. He's a fucking liar.
Anybody else got anything?
I would say this, that in the last couple elections, Cambridge, I forget the name, Cambridge Data, had,
Cambridge Analytics.
yeah, they had, they were using basically AI, and they really pushed the election in a particular way. Now, what I want to point out is, and then Zuckerberg had, AI on your Facebook, and Google had a lot of AI on your Google. Going forward in politics, everybody will have AI. Now that seems to me to be democratizing in some way. I don't know if you all think it's democratizing, but I think in some way it might be. Let's see.
The people that refuse to use it now won't use it in the future. All they do is complain now. Whether you're a musician or a politician, they go, "Oh, it's AI slop." Well, you know what? Your real world woke left mind virus brain is the slop that you're projecting onto the new AI. So, hello? Hello? Okay, Marshall, go get another vodka tonic. Just sit back and relax. We got it from here. The grown-ups, the adults who can actually use full sentences.
That's the AI slop that they're talking about.
That was a good one. Got a good roast there.
You just fucking listen to music, modern music. You'll hear it.
Kitover virus. So.
Poor Alistair.
Whatever the kid is a fucking dumbass. There's probably Benjamin. He's a fucking dumbass.
You say Benjamin is, or John Kitover?
Do I have to repeat myself?
Yeah, because I didn't hear.
Benjamin. You're coming off a little stupid, but Benjamin's a major dump.
I usually do. I mean, I'm par for the course then. But speaking of not stupid.
It's a fucking in your house. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you're real good.
Oh, I wasn't talking to you, Kitty. What's up, Stefan?
I'm not gonna fucking blow up your ass just because you're stupid.
Even if it wasn't mine, I would hope you would. Stefan, what's up?
You expect me to come in here now? Oh man, I was gonna say great room, but yeah, hey, it's great to see everybody.
Good thing you held off a few more seconds on that one. Right?
Yeah, he left people smoke up his ass.
You gotta look around.
Smoke up his ass, right, Stefan?
I mean, well, what do I say? I don't know. But I do see Ayo up there. We go way back, and what a brilliant guy, and Crow. So yeah, I don't have too much to say. I'm just listening.
I'll take the mic. Shout out to Bria. I know Bria's been doing some actual great work in real life, and Rohan as well, doing some great work in real life. If I didn't mention you, I just don't know you. Maybe because I'm not supposed to know you, or because you're insignificant. Doesn't matter. I like this topic. Yeah, I don't know, yo. Why are human beings so afraid of technology? It seems like I feel like once fire was invented, all the men put out the fire because they thought they would be useless. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But like, I feel like when fire was invented, all the men put out the fire because they felt like they'll be useless. Right? And it's like, no, you need me now to build fires. How dare you build fires without me? But it's like, why are we so afraid of technology?
Ain't nobody afraid of no technology, Uncle. We're afraid of sick retards using it to invert nature.
Man. Yeah, back to the invention of fire. Right. Okay, I feel like you know, like
Got
men
him
were like
again.
building fires.
Hit him hard and keep hitting him hard. Hit him harder.
And someone just
Hit him
figured out
even
like
harder.
an easier way to build a fire. Probably a woman. And then like the men probably killed her. And then said, "How dare you try to build a fire without me?" Like this fear of technology like really has to stop. Like we're way too educated. We have way too much access to resources to try to think that like technology is. No, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Oh, all right. You sound a little north of Brooklyn. I was like, I heard in New York Tony wrestling. Sounds a little north of it. Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Brooklyn.
Where's Brooklyn at?
Do you know what it is?
Where's Brooklyn at?
I eat a lot of good food. There it is. So that's like Brooklyn plus good food equals Boston accent. Yeah, but I've been in Boston too. You know, one thing I hate about Boston is that when you get out of the airport, you're like in the street. It's like Grand Theft Auto. You get out of the airport and in the real world. Boston is a crazy city. But go to the Cheesecake Factory across the street from the airport in Boston. It's surreal. But anyway, we need to really stop being afraid of technology. I think technology. Yeah. Fuck. Where are you playing, Nick? Oh, guys. Good game.
Hey, Necro. Necro, when was the last time you read a book? I didn't get a response there, Necro. Are you busy video gaming? Can you hear me? Earth to Necro. Earth to Necro.
As an autistic kid, I don't like to be interrupted while I'm playing games.
Is that an A word or an R word? I think you're actually more of an R word, not an A word, to tell you the truth. Oh, we got a caller. We got a caller. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Welcome to the show. Teal enough. Teal Bentley. What do you want to talk about?
Hi, is this John?
This is John.
So I was looking on your website. I saw you had a 3-day plan for Chicago.
Yeah, did you see it? What'd you think about day one? 25% cut to the property taxes.
Is there any way we can make it shorter?
Oh, you want it this size?
I'm thinking like you got a 3-day plan currently. You got a 3-day plan. I'm thinking 2 days.
That's day 2 actually. What don't you understand? There's day 1, then there's day 2, and then there's day 3. These are mayoral proclamations, by the way.
I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect you. I really respect your campaign.
Wait, please hold on. We've got a donor on the line. Necro, can you hear us? Because Necro's one of our biggest campaign donors, and we had to promise him that we would release the Epstein files, and it turns out that, Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna, they got our donor what he wanted. What do you think about that, Necro? Can you hear me, Neck? Oh, he left. He was busy playing video. Sorry, Teal, enough. You want a compression. You just want 2 days, right? He left. Zach, why didn't you mod me? Yeah, you should have modded me.
Sorry, dude.
We could have grown the room.
What are you talking about?
We got to get the room big.
But he's been made into a saint in being Coptic. And
Oh, so Catholic Church, yeah. In the Catholic Church, I think you have to be like a baptized person to be like considered a saint.
My bad.
You can't obviously be Catholic.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I think.
No, I know. You don't have to be. There's non-Catholic
You don't have to be
saints.
like, you have to be baptized though.
Yeah, I know within the yeah, I understand that part. So
Okay, I think looking at the disciples, right? Looking at like all these things, I think.
Point of order, moderators. Take that filthy Nazi bullshit out of your title next to the name of our glorious president. How dare you?
We've got a Philly accent. These are the things, these are the markers of these government ages. You know, you gotta be very.
Stefan, welcome to the show, Stefan.
Oh, hi, John.
I mean, I'm not anti-homo or something. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to get.
Welcome to the show, Stefan. What do you want to talk about?
We found your YouTube account.
You
And
did?
how many phones do you have?
I've got 600,000 phones and 1.4 million in Uranus. They're all over the universe, distributed, decentralized, tickling your tuchus, ready to get you socially and politically activated for the campaign to elect Mayor Kitover. What do you think about that, Stefan?
I am so pumped to elect you as Chicago mayor. I'm not a resident of Chicago.
Ah, you're not even a voter?
Voter fraud. 1 million votes to you so that you win.
Thanks, bro. Well, we're live streaming this on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, across so many accounts. What do you want?
You gotta get the word out.
Let me ask you a question. If you were the president of these United States of America, what would your top 3 priorities be for we, the people?
I'm not the candidate for mayor here. I don't know if I'm the one that you should be asking that.
I know, but
What are your priorities?
wait, hold on. Let me ask you a follow-up question. If you saw somebody on the street with a clipboard and a petition and a pen, and they were like, "Hey, excuse me, Steven, do you have just 10 seconds to sign this petition?" And you're like, yeah, I can sign your petition. What are you running for? And I was to say, I was running for mayor, and you were to ask me, what are your top 3 priorities? I usually just say, why don't you tell me your top 3 complaints? So then I flip the petition backwards where it's a blank piece of paper, and I write their complaints down to put it in the complaint priority. So what are your top 3 complaints, Steven?
Well, is recreational marijuana legal in Chicago?
Yes, there's multiple dispensaries to the north, to the east, to the south, to the west. They're all over the place. What's your complaint though, Steven?
My complaint would be if it wasn't legal, but I guess that's not a complaint anymore. There's not enough water fountains in Chicago. That's what I believe.
Okay, that's an excellent complaint. I'm gonna draft a new mayoral proclamation about the drinking fountains. I would go as far as to say, also bathrooms. Those porta potties, they call them Johns. As a John, Stephen, I've always felt that calling toilets by the name of John is rather discriminatory, libelous, and slanderous to all men named John. Have you met a trans John? Oh, we got a TikToker. Tali is here. Welcome, Tali. Tali is a brain-rotted out former victim of Nathan's art project in the House of Chillism.
Oh, my mic was off. I'm sorry.
She was also original. She was also the original first black female token Jew on Clubhouse. Yeah, you were the token. You were tokenized.
There were others.
Steven, these digital worlds are merging now. Are you ready for the AI robotic revolution, Steven?
I think I am.
How will
as long
you?
as you're gonna lead it, John.
How will you survive the future knowing that all jobs will be taken by robots, including personal assistants and nursing care?
I'll just live off welfare.
So you believe in a universal basic income, is what you're saying?
I believe in the government giving me money for doing nothing.
Oh damn, Tali left us. So you know what's interesting is
no.
I was thinking today, I was like, imagine if Trump decided to shut down everything and then create like a new universal system for all government programs, agencies, projects, etc., and just like hand it off all to Palantir and Oracle and say, okay guys, we want you to like just shut everything down. And so what I'm saying is everybody in America would have to log in to Trump.gov to create their new profile if they want any benefits, access to any projects or programs, to any agency, anything. What do you think about Trump Gov being the new universal federal platform for all citizens?
My main concern is once Trump is no longer president, what's it going to be called?
It'll just become USA.gov.
Okay. Then I have no problem with it.
But
you ever play poker?
Yeah, Texas Hold'em, yeah.
Oh shit.
You
gamble ever?
No, I don't really gamble. You know why? Because I have a lot of cell phones. So what's interesting is when you go to the casino and you see people playing a slot machine, it's no different than them just like taking a $20 bill and burning it, and then like playing a video game on their cell phone, pulling out another 20 and burning it, and then playing a video game on their cell phone. So I just can't see how anybody that plays a slot machine doesn't realize they're just playing a blown up version of their cell phone and paying money to use a bigger digital display. It's like, how stupid are you?
I agree, man.
I can't believe slot machines. I should just go to the casino and shoot a bunch of videos about slot machines and how it's all basically like technological hypnosis to manipulate your dopamine.
You should do that for your campaign.
You know what's interesting? When you interview for the FBI, they ask you a question, but they also tell you to never reveal the question to the public. Do you want to know what that super secret FBI riddle is?
I do want to know the question, I can't lie.
So the
Will you
question.
have to kill me when I know?
No, it's just like basically a trick question, but it doesn't really matter which side you believe. They just want to see if you can compose an essay. So anyways, the question is, you are working for the FBI as a special agent, and you suspect the president of the city council of being bribed and involved in money laundering and fraud. And the city has a vote whether to build a casino or a grocery store. If you were the mayor, would you rather build the grocery store or the casino? And state your arguments for why. That's the question.
What's your answer to that, John?
I said I wanted to build the grocery store because I felt that the casino is just a tax on the population and doesn't provide products or services as valuable as a new grocery store would. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Were you a member of the FBI?
No, but I interviewed, and they did offer me the position for a special agent, but I was very lazy, and I didn't go to the physical fitness test.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was during COVID, and I already had a full-time position with the IRS, so I was like, why go to a different agency? Like, what's the difference? Who cares?
John, I was wondering, I was looking at your electoral history. Why weren't you on the ballot for Illinois' 16th congressional primary?
Because Darren LaHood, the fraud congressman, and his bullshit attorney John Fogerty managed to challenge my petitions and get me kicked off. But the reverse
That's
was not
fucked up.
true. Well, see, when they accuse me of fraud, that's just them projecting. Because I actually have the PDF of all of LaHood's petitions, and I can show you the petitions, and you would question and say, who are these people? How does he, like, it's so, anyways, it's just very, everything is up for question because there's no transparency. So one of my mayoral proclamations is to tie the petition to the vote. We want like a total double entry, fully ledgered system to totally prevent identity theft and voter fraud and everything else. And it's totally possible, yeah, totally possible and quite easy through technology to prevent voter fraud from the beginning. Because voter fraud doesn't happen at the ballot box. It happens a lot of times at the petition cycle.
I agree. So you said LaHood's a rhino. Are you not a Republican?
No, I'm just anti like the past 25 years of federal government activity from 9/11. I think we all have been manipulated beyond belief and we've wasted our treasury. So I'm not really, it's not about, I don't like the term MAGA anymore because there's just, on the ballot, there's only Republicans and Democrats. There's no MAGA party. So you have to, if you're a Republican, you should know the history of the Republican Party and the Protestant movement attached to it and the Civil War type of Enlightenment thinking where I'm gonna go down and go free these people. Like, how much, more Christian could you get? So there's like a lot in the Republican Party's history, and then if you know the Democrat Party history about, KKK and slavery, you're just like, whoa, that's actually part of Democrat history. You're like, which side of, do I want to be on the side of good or do I want to be on the side of evil? But I think you can rotate amongst parties throughout your lifetime. I've heard that said. That, sometimes you sleep on your right, sometimes you sleep on your left, sometimes you sleep on your back, and sometimes you sleep on your stomach, and then you do a full rotation. And I think, healthy politics probably requires full rotation, even if it's like a subversive, because people in the Republican Party in Chicago are not Republicans per se, they're actually Democrats. And the Democrats are now just so hardcore left, woke, trans, LGBTQ, reparations, etc. that what do they really stand for? Like historically, it's all just like nuanced propaganda. It's basically super stimulus. They're the party of creating super stimulus, which is like what the algorithm shows you, which is the opposite of your projection.
So I take it you're not a woke guy.
I would be woke if like billionaire oligarchs figured out a way how to live forever and enslave us, and like keep property taxing us into oblivion. I mean, it's not, see, the oligarchs, anyways, the whole thing is like set up in a way which is just like not historically the way that I'm sure the founders would have preferred it, but it has become like a parasitic system from birth until death. Until death.
Not to make it seem like I'm watching it, but I quite literally are. Your sign that says "Welcome Now." What does that say?
Where do you see that?
On your wall.
Welcome now? Oh, welcome now open. It's just a flyer for like, to put in a storefront.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got like a full rent sign? You got a grand opening sign, I think?
For rent sign? Where do you see the for rent sign?
I saw it in a video of yours.
Oh. No, there's no for rent sign here. But yeah.
Okay.
But I do have a subscribe like now. If you're a real human and you've enjoyed this conversation, I would encourage you to retweet something that I've created to prove that you actually have a brain, and you know, because I create so much content, but I don't know anybody that ever retweets me, you know, leaves a comment. It's
It's a
always,
shame.
it's such a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm worried about your campaign if this keeps up.
Well, don't be worried about the campaign because it's all about an experience and happening. There's no guarantee of success. But the thing that I have learned, this being my third time running for office, is that the petition challenging signature is a quasi legal court. And because it's quasi legal, it's basically ridiculous. And it's a lot of fun to navigate. And it's interesting because do you know who runs? Guess who runs the world? Do you think it's doctors or lawyers?
Well, I can't say what group I think runs the world.
You don't think lawyers run the world?
Sure, let's say lawyers.
I would just go with lawyers because imagine you're a doctor and you're very successful, but somebody files malpractice against you, and it costs you, you know. Hello, Manvelis. Welcome to this public room. How can I help you, sir? This is also the Jewish Complaint Department. Is there something you'd like to complain about today? Oh, thank you.
Where are you from, bro?
I was born inside Uranus. It's close to Saturn and Neptune. Have you heard of it?
United States?
Exactly.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm from Nigeria.
Where's that at? Never heard of it.
I'm from Nigeria. We deal on real estate. Have you heard about real estate?
No, I haven't heard of Nigeria either. I'll have to Google that one. How do you spell it? Niggeria?
Yeah, yeah. Would you love to be my country, Nigeria, for a business trip?
A free business trip, like to the casino?
Yeah, we are into real estate, landed property, buying and selling of landed properties.
London
Buying
properties.
you can buy a lower rate, you can sell a higher rate. That's what we do here in Nigeria.
Got it. All right, Steven, do you have any final comments, questions, thoughts, ideas, or opinions?
Oh, you're kicking me off?
No, I just, I don't know how long this is going to go for, but
Okay.
yeah, I'm trying to.
Well, you said this is your third time running for office?
Yes,
What was your first time?
committeeman.
Committeeman, okay.
Yeah, 45th ward.
Will you run a fourth time if you lose mayor of Chicago?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I'm also going to be running for the Chicago Public School System board seat in my district. So I'm actually running for two positions in Chicago right now. One is the Chicago Public School System board member in my district, and then the mayoral candidacy.
So I think your problem was you didn't go big enough. I think you should have gotten on the Senate primary, you know?
No, I ran for Congress. What do you mean?
Yeah, but wasn't there a Senate seat open in Illinois?
There was, but Congress and Senate, either or. I mean, I think I'll run for Senate eventually, but Congress was the choice to take, and I'm happy I did it. I learned so much about what it means to run in a district, especially if you're an out of district candidate. It's very challenging, very difficult. Do you think that your love life is primarily based on proximity and geographic location?
Well, I'm actually in a long distance relationship, so I'd say no.
Well, what I'm trying to say is, you get in more car accidents closer to your primary centered point on a map. So, most things in your life are kind of based around, your primary residence.
I guess that is true.
Yeah,
Will you ever run for office in New Jersey one day? I'm a New Jerseyan.
No, but I know Cherry Hill. I used to work with car dealerships in Cherry Hill and did all their media buying. What do you think about having the second largest Indian temple in the country in New Jersey?
I didn't know that. I just learned that right now.
I think the biggest is in Chicagoland area, like close by. But have you ever? I saw pictures of the Indian temple in New Jersey. I really encourage you to look at it. Go inside, and you're gonna trip. You're gonna be like, "What is all this? What does this mean? This is crazy shit. What is all this?" Look it up. It's incredible. It is so trippy in there. It's so cool.
Where is it?
Fuck if it's in Jersey. I don't know where in New Jersey.
You think I should do a tap of acid and then go to the Indian temple?
No, you just have a cup of coffee and go in there, and you know. But you could go in there and do a bunch of ohms, do some yoga, read a book, write some poetry, make some AI
What religion do you
music.
subscribe to, John, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'm a YouTuber. Yep.
Oh, okay.
I pray to the ghost of Susan Wojcicki. Do you know who she was?
I do.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Peace be upon her. Total warlord of a woman. Part of the Ummah. Part of the believers.
I have a question. When you're talking to that guy that just joined,
Yeah.
you spelled out Nigeria but with the N word. What did you mean by that?
Well, he was sounding muffled, like he was far away from the mic. So I wanted to test him to see if he A, could hear me, and B, if he could spell correctly, but he failed the test, as you witnessed. For example, let me do a quick diagnostic on you. I was in a room recently, they were asking how do you calculate percentages. Let me just ask you, what's 300 times 600?
1800?
Wow, that's total failure on your part. Your diagnostic has proven that your IQ is multiplyingly deficient. 300 by 600. So to do that, you just think about the zeros. There's 4 zeros, right?
Yeah.
And then 3 times 6 is 18. So what's 18 with 4 zeros after it? That's 180,000.
Yeah, 180,000.
Yeah, you were off. So, you know,
I'm so sorry.
did you pass college calculus?
I did. I guess I must have forgot it all.
I guess that TI-82, you know, really what prevented your brain from trying to visualize a multiplication or even a division for that. Isn't it amazing that you now know that you can visualize mathematics? Let me ask you this. Who were you before your birth? And who do you think you'll be after your death?
I don't even know how to start answering that question. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
Who were you before your birth?
I asked a billionaire once at this conference, you know, who were you before your birth? And guess what he said?
What he said?
He said, I was a ninja, bitch. And then he threw a dragon star at my throat. I couldn't believe it. I was like, he's a ninja.
This happened?
Yeah. But he didn't throw the ninja star. I just made that part up.
Okay. That's what I assumed.
But I do like the analogy of being a ninja. You know why? Because like ninjas are very sneaky. You know, you never see them coming. And people asked me as a candidate for mayoralship of Chicago, what's your plan and what's your strategy to win? And my response is always, I just keep coming. And I just keep coming. And I just keep coming. I keep coming. And then I always ask the voters, you know, I don't know, did you see the final election results for my congressional campaign?
Yeah, it said your opponent got 100% of the vote.
No, that's not. What are you talking about? I got 0.017% of the vote, bro.
I was looking at the news reports that said you weren't on the ballot. It said you ran uncontested.
No, I ran as a write-in candidate. They published the write-in candidacy results. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I got 110 votes. That's incredible.
I had no idea. The news didn't want me to see that, I guess.
It was only on one little news website. Somebody actually took the time to go through the Illinois State Board of Elections PDF and publish and write, all the results. So I was pleased to to see the true numbers. And what's interesting is if you look at the primary numbers versus the midterm numbers from when LaHood ran, I just don't believe the turnout on his prior election. Like, I think we have a problem at the election commission and with all these county clerks and all the different districts. A lot of them didn't even respond to my correspondence. So, I was told I should roast them for not even corresponding with the write-in candidate. So, but anyways, it's neither here nor there. But go to mayorkitover.com to see our Meta AI generated website. Have you seen mayorkitover.com yet?
I have not.
Oh my God, it's Meta is just incredible. Have you been using Meta AI?
I have not, unfortunately.
Bro, you're behind the times. How do you expect to stay alive in this Hunger Games situation? You're going to be competing with robots.
I guess I'm just laying down and dying like a dog.
Dude, don't lie down. Long live the fighters. You ever see the movie Dune?
Yes, I have.
Well, why do you think they said long live the fighters?
I don't know. I guess I should use Meta AI then.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. If you were to make a movie in Hollywood and have an unlimited budget, what would you name your movie?
I think I'd make a biopic about you, John.
Well, I'm already doing that. I've got 100,000 videos up on YouTube. Have you ever used a harmonica, Stefan?
Well, the thing is, my friend recently purchased a harmonica, and he was looking on YouTube for harmonica content, and that's how we found out about your campaign. You're a very gifted man.
Have you seen our TikTok live? And by the way, is it Steven or is it Stefan?
It's Steven.
Never had one lesson, Steven.
You pick that up all by yourself?
Yeah, I mean, you know how to use a harmonica?
I don't actually.
Well, the first part is the sucking part. Sucking, you gotta suck, and then after you complete the sucking part of a harmonica, you get into what's called the blowing part. That's what I really like about the harmonica.
Would you say you excel at sucking and blowing?
It's actually, see, you're never gonna be good. Oh, welcome back, Kitty. You're never gonna be good at the harmonica unless you can actually master the art of blowing and sucking. You can't just blow. Welcome, Kitty. Kitty, you can help illuminate us on sucking and
I
blowing.
played harmonica.
I think I'm pretty good at those things, but I've never played the harmonica before.
I played the C harmonica. I'm classically trained flute and piccolo over 12 years, so he's stupid and he has no idea what he's talking about. I'm from the south side of Chicago and I know how to play blues.
We got a Chicago in here. Kitty, are you voting for Mayor Kitover February 23rd, 2027?
Damn right I am. I wouldn't vote for him now.
That's right. Go to mayorkitover.com if you want to liberate Chicago. We don't believe in the Chicago Teachers Union and how they are basically a predator RICO organization preying on the innocence of the youth. Stephen, do you know what it means to prey on innocence, especially of the youth?
I do. I think I do.
I just don't think that when the youth go to school on a typical weekday, that they should actually have their cell phones with them. Do you think that there should be like an 8 hour, block every day where the youth can't access their primary, secondary, or even tertiary cell phones?
John, I don't know if this is crossing a boundary, but are you a father?
Am I a father? No, not that I know of. But maybe in Jersey, maybe I got a kid out in Jersey. Steven, you don't happen to be my long lost son from Hermosa Beach, are you?
No. But wouldn't that be crazy?
This is a joke. What did you say, Kitty?
Nothing. I was just being silly. But even if you were or were not, let's just say you're not a father, it doesn't mean that someone, a grown man, can't have an objective understanding of what's best for children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
He could be an uncle. He could be a guardian. He could be someone that just gives a fuck about
Kitty, we're going to do a quick diagnostic.
About
We're going to do a quick diagnostic here with Steven to find out just how R-worded out and brain-rotted out this young man's brain is. Steven, what is the opposite of good?
I want to say bad, John. I really want to say bad.
Whoa, we got another one. That's not the opposite of good.
No.
What else do you think could be the opposite of good?
evil.
There we go. Did you ever see Master and Commander?
No.
You never saw that movie with what is his name? Kurt Russell? But anyways, there's like a quote about, the evil of the dweevil twin. Anyways, I have to look up the quote. But what I'm just trying to point out is that nature and all of reality is opposites complementing each other. So it's subject and object, which is the synthesis of life. Hello?
Huh?
You don't understand?
Oh. No, I understand.
Have you ever read Marcus Aurelius?
I have not, unfortunately.
Oh no.
You're picking out all my weaknesses here.
Oh no. What was the last book you ran through your brain? It's called reading, aka reading.
John, what is your opinion on Mayor Mamdani?
Mayor Mommy? He's a communist and he should be sued into oblivion so he can't achieve a thing because he's nothing but a communist. He's a thief. He's part of the
So you would have voted for Cuomo.
He's part of the Ummah. He's part of the believers. I am one of the non-believers waging war against the supposed believers of Mohammed. Mo was his name, part of the in-group known as the Believers. If you didn't believe, it wasn't just about Allah. It was about Mohammed.
You know my favorite book, John? The 120 Days of Sodom.
Oh no.
By Marquis de Sade.
Oh no. I fear that's what Donald Trump and Melania have become. Do you see any like parodies or overlays, or how would you compare that with Trump's administration?
I don't fucking know. I haven't read that, John. I'm not gonna hold you.
Well, you've seen the movie, right?
I have not.
Then why did you bring it up?
I thought that would be funny to say that was my favorite book. I'm sorry, John. I lied to you.
Kitty, is there anything you want to say in the Snake Lightning house? Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Chicken.
Yes,
What
I'm
do,
here.
what do you want to say, Kitty, to this?
You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. I want you to find the inner side of your center and your belly button. Take this breath of the day.
Yeah, people are calling John Kitover the new Mamdani of Chicago, but you know,
I've heard people say that.
the unwoke version of the Mamdani. You know, did you see that Mamdani gave Curtis Sliwas a night mayoralship position, so he gets to be the mayor at night when Mamdani is sleeping with his beautiful girlfriend, not even fiance.
Yes, I'm the nighttime mayor.
The nighttime mayor,
I've been teaching
Sliwas.
for over 40 years.
Have you seen the movie?
You know that?
Have you seen the movie American Psycho?
No.
You never seen it?
No, I'm sorry, I'm uncultured.
Are you from India?
What?
Are you Indian?
Well,
No.
I'm trying to listen to the new Laura Palmer tape. My supposed fiance keeps buzzing in my ear.
Any events will get any events.
Would you have voted for Sliwa or
Sliwa. I was his #1 social media engagement follower for the whole campaign. I helped promote him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I helped him as much as I could, but Jesus, did you see the numbers? Oh, he got destroyed.
7%.
Yikes.
Do you know Sliwa?
No, but I know somebody that
You know the
knows.
guy? Okay.
I know somebody that knows him, and they say he's a stand-up guy. But what's the deal with all the kitty cats? Hello?
We gotta get back off gamble our attorneys.
Have you been to mayorkitover.com yet?
Me? I've been looking at it.
So this was the AI prompt. Use John Kitover's Instagram to create an extensive website.
Wow.
And I didn't have to do a thing. After that, it was just one click of the button. That was it.
We're smarter, not harder.
Exactly. People say to me all the time, John, why do you think you're qualified to be mayor? You know? And I say, well, I've perfected the art of doing nothing every single day.
Do you think that's a winning message for voters?
Well, I like to say, vote Kitover before it's over. As well as my other slogan was, vote for John. It's better than nothing.
I guess.
It's true though, if you really think about it. The brand.
It wouldn't be nothing. It would be your opponent.
I know that's well. What I'm saying is, I am the only net positive candidate. You know how they say it, like in carbon tax with left wokeists on climate change. It's all about your carbon tax or carbon credit or carbon debit. But I'm the only mayoral candidate that will actually be a net positive and not a net loss to the city of Chicago. Everybody else is just a parasite. I will actually help the city generate revenue. I will help the city eliminate all woke leftist spending, particularly on migrants who are here illegally. That'll save us immediately $800 million a year at least. You can see the city budget right on John Kitover's Instagram. It's completely broken down across all different business units with their annual budgets. Do you know what?
Is your Instagram generated by
There's a lot of videos that I used with Sora to create, and another politician who won the Democrat primary against LaHood. He says, "I don't create any AI slop."
So what are you gonna do now that Sora got shut down?
Why do you think they shut it down?
It wasn't profitable.
No, you're talking to the man who caused Sam Altman to have basically a come to Jesus moment. Because when he saw that I had 50 accounts on all these different cell phones that I have, he knew that I would basically cause so much chaos that they had no choice but to shut it down for political reasons, because AI Sora was making John Kitover so politically powerful that they had to stop it at the source. And that's why they stopped Sora from generating I was the #1 user. There was only 500,000 users. I had 0.1% of all the accounts. I was the only.
You had a lot of Sora accounts?
Bro, yeah, but you can't use them anymore. The only thing I can do is download my videos. And so what's cool is I have enough mayoral videos pre-generated to get me all the way to the finish line. So if I can actually get money and raise, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, I can buy, ads on Meta or Google with all my Sora AI videos, and people are gonna love them. It's the sitcom ones are the funniest because that was a filter they have, and when I watch them, I mean, I giggle inside because I'm like, I can't believe that's me. It's my bald head, It's just like a sitcom.
How are you spending your campaign funds, John?
We haven't raised any money for the mayoralship yet, but we have $100 left from our congressional campaign. And we're just letting that sit in the bank and ride. Try to collect that interest and grow that money to buy more advertisements. Yeah.
Can you do a money spread for the camera?
You want to see yeah, sure. I could do a tarot card spread for you.
Oh, sure.
There you go. It's better than money. This is cash in the bank. Are you a gambling man, Steven?
I'm not a gambling man, no.
What was the most you ever wagered in your whole life?
Well, I spent like $20 at the horse race.
You lost it. What did you do? Place to win?
I spent like $20 on some horse races. I made a net positive of like $1 throughout the whole day somehow. So that's my one experience gambling.
Do you think you could ever be an oppressive person?
An impressive person?
No. Do you believe that at some point in your life you've ever practiced oppression against other people?
Oh, an oppressive person. I hope not.
What about indolence?
Who?
Indolence. These are your new English words of the day, because English isn't your first language, right?
No, it is.
It is?
Yeah, I'm a New Jersey guy.
Oh, you have an accent.
I do?
Okay, your next word of the day is futility.
Thank you. I'm learning so much.
You're welcome. These are tarot cards. Have you ever looked at tarot cards before?
No, I've never been into that really.
Oh, got another one. Ruin. Yikes.
You think you've ever been an oppressive person,
Woo!
John?
Let me think about that one. Okay, next word is disappointment.
I've heard that one before.
You've been told that you're a disappointment?
Well, have you?
Uh-oh, your next word is defeat.
Are you doing a tarot card reading for me?
Yeah, your next tarot card is cruelty and worry.
This isn't good.
failure's coming. Oh, look out. Also, do you think you're debauched?
I don't think so.
Do you know what debauch means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Well, I know what debauchery means.
So you know what debauch means?
I assume it's the same thing.
Correct. Uh-oh.
I don't think that describes me.
Your next tarot card, sadly, is death. Yeah, hey Miriam. Hey Miriam, we just got to the death card. I'm good. How are you?
You're predicting my downfall.
I'm really good. And also I have some AI music, guys.
Oh, great.
But yeah, it's a Farsi music.
Oh, wow. De lambara geliteng shode.
Me too, love. Me too, love. Where are you, honey?
I'm in Uranus. It's close to Saturn. It's nearest to Neptune, though. Have you been studying? Oh, okay. Wait. The last.
Talk to me as soon as possible.
Absolutely, Stephen. Your last tarot card is sorrow.
Love.
Sorrow.
You don't have a single good word for me?
It sucked, bro. Every card I drew was of the dark light, the negativity. What's up with that, Stephen? Who are you with, and what is your plan?
My plan is to get you elected as the mayor of Chicago, John.
Wow. All right. Well, if you could tell Alex Soros that we'll be in Europe next week for the WEF meeting, if we could set up a meeting with him. To get this fundraising started, you know, Alex Soros is our guy. Oh, Miriam wants to take care of all the funding. Thank you, Miriam. You're going to be our chief campaign fundraiser.
Are you sure?
Why not?
Because I cannot handle any more, honey, without you.
Oh, wow. The lambarat geliteng shode. Do you know what that means, Stephen? You speak Farsi, Stephen?
I do not speak Farsi.
What other language do you speak?
I took Spanish in high school.
Oh, you speak Spanish?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
John, what is your opinion on gay marriage?
Gay marriage? What does the Bible say?
Well, you told me you were part of that you worshipped the ghost of Susan Wojcicki, so what did she say?
Miriam, where do you stand on gay marriage?
I am Muslim. You know that.
You're a believer? You believe in Muhammad?
Of course.
Oh my God.
I believe to you, girl. I believe to you.
What do the believers in the Ummah say about gay marriage?
I don't know. Everything you believe, I believe that.
Wow. Where do you live, Miriam? Turkey?
No, USA.
Oh, wow.
And the expensive place in the world, Irvine, California.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yes, love. Expensive place in the world. And also safe place in the world too.
Yeah. Do you like Beverly Hills?
No, it's bullshit.
Really? Why do you say that? It's very nice.
No. I like my villa.
Mm-hmm.
I like my villa, honey.
Okay, go ahead. Play your Farsi AI music.
Just give me a second because I wanna play with TV, and I have a lot. I don't know which one play. Which one, honey?
I don't know. Just pick any one that you like. Just hit play.
Okay, that's the best one I like with AI. I think that's why that's good.
He's a good one. She picked that good one.
If you might enjoy.
Legal and political circles of the community. And when an opening comes up, these boards.
I love you guys so much. I love you. Especially Empress and Ludwig. I love you. And Tina. Bye guys, I love you.
Come back and see us. Hello, universe.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby, how you doing, honey?
You scared him. Hey, who's
So what is this, a talent show? You looking for talent? Because America's Got Talent.
Yes, we're looking for talent, sir.
What happened to UW? She was here and then she just. Here's the talent right here.
Your Kitover is here. You're going to the goo. To the goo.
So we walk around here with an AR goo. We got an AR goo. Yo, y'all not faster than me. I'm telling you, I'm the king of quickness. Hey, come back over here, universe. Welcome to this.
You can't be liquid.
AK goo. AR goo. No.
Get married, have a wedding.
No, I can't take the time off work.
Your father owns the company to do anything.
Do you ever watch these little movies that Nate's put up? They are way too funny. He was dancing around in a kilt a minute ago.
It's all good. It's all good. It's Andy.
I love Nate. Oh.
These. Fucking shoot me. Go ahead and just get it over with.
I love you.
I love you back. Alright, let it go. You're not gonna break my arm. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
We'll never.
Not too long ago,
I think she went to dinner. I'm not
I actually
sure.
happened to be surfing on the beach here in the lakes, oddly enough. When there was a spill, and I came out of the lake, and I was like covered in this poop, and I was like, we should probably do that.
Phone constituents and other people are freaking out, brother, and calling him out and saying, this is not America first. They said that, not Democrats, young Republican folks, and a lot of them have said on other networks that they're unhappy with the way things are going. That's a problem.
50% of the population is not happy with him. That's right. This country is split 50-50. But I always say you have to judge Trump. You have to judge Trump on what he does, not what he says. He's always been saying outrageous things, but you have to point to acts of treason. Now, if you're saying that his failure to attack Russia is an act of treason, I'm not sure that that rises to the level of an act of treason. There's 500 million.
Brother,
Randy, one correction. Hold on, Ashton. One correction, Randy. The numbers aren't 50-50. His poll numbers at this point, I think, what is it? Is it 35? That he's it's not. It was 50-50 when he lied about no new wars. That he would go ahead and be the president of peace. All the things that he said, America first, the economy, the gas. That's when it was 50-50. When he bought all those disparate groups, when he had the grippers, when he had Patriot Front, when he had like Tucker Carlson's followers, when he had like all those people that he had bought under 110. That's when it's 50-50. Now it's not that because a lot of those people have walked away from him because he hasn't held up to his campaign promises.
I just checked it.
It's still not. That doesn't mean treason.
You're correct, but to be fair, so I just checked.
I didn't say treason, but if you want to point to a treasonous act, the January 6th could be defined treason because he did say go down there and fight like hell, march down there with you, and they say that he tried to go down there, but there were armed people that, essentially ran into the Capitol and tried to overthrow it. Well, try to overthrow the Capitol. So that could be defined as treason.
But then he was elected again.
Everybody in this room that said I don't care.
He wasn't impeached. They tried to impeach him.
There was nobody with a weapon inside the Capitol. The people outside had license guns, and that demonstration had a permit.
Understand that, but let me tell you something. I put together a brother all my life, and you don't, when you put together a protest and it becomes an illegal protest, brother, then they call for that. Okay, you can have a permit, but the time that you don't follow the instructions on that permit calls for you to stay orderly. All right, we put these things together.
But why don't you go along Michael's argument to say like treason is different than just say the fuck up is a liar and he's.
Hold on, we're I'm talking about a permit. I'm not talking about no treason. When you're not following a permit and the rules and regulations within that, then your protest is deemed an illegal protest again. Right? Immediately, that event should have been called an illegal gathering. Why is that? Because you can't go around.
It was called an illegal argument. That's why people went to
I said the day that stuff was going on, where Donald Trump was sitting there watching, he was sitting there watching everything go on and didn't call no dang on military, didn't call out a boot by the bank.
He wasn't
Jesus Christ. Brother, nothing, what I'm telling you, brother, it's out of control. It is out of control.